to leave, already packed.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today I am here to track expenses for March. I have not done this process so far this month, so I figured I would go ahead and do it with you guys, just to let you know my process. If you are new or if you have been here for a while, either way, I wanted to quickly share the budget planner that I will be using. This is my very own 2025 Humble Beginnings budget planner. They are marked down 40%, so if you're looking for a budget planner, it's never too late to start. You can definitely backtrack and fill in January through where you are at right now in March, or you could redate the first couple of months and use those for next year. So lots of different options, but they are marked down, as well as the 2025 bookmarks as well. We have a bookmark that will coordinate with the planner. So that is that. Let's go ahead and get into the tracking. So before I sat down to do this video, I went ahead and put a couple things in, so I figured I'd mention that. I used the monthly view for kit 226, and I do have kit 226 Humble Beginning Budget Kit as well. That is what I'll be using for my monthly view. This kit is actually just the normal 7x9 Erin Condren monthly. You can see it fits really well in the Humble Beginnings budget planner, so I just use that. And then I went ahead and put together a key. So I used some cute little icons as well, just to make it a little bit more cute. You guys know, if you've been here for a while, that I am really big into making my planner cute, because if it's cute, I will want to continue to check in and do all the things. So blue is going to be groceries, this lighter pink is going to be eating out, household is going to be yellow, and gas is going to be in green. And then I did go ahead and put in our two main paydays. So we got paid on the 7th and we will be getting paid on the 21st. So I just kind of used my little date dots. I don't personally want to go overboard with my budget planner in terms of decoration, but I do like to make it as functional as possible. And it is always good to know when your main paydays are, and then to have an idea of what the colors mean in your planner. So let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, groceries are going to be in blue. So we're going to start with that. So the first thing that we had was actually hot lunch for our daughter. We have a daughter who is in 3rd grade, and at our schools we don't have a cafeteria with food provided. So 3 days out of the week Macy will get school hot lunch, and we have to pay for that. So that's $48, and I always pay for it on the usually a little bit into the prior month, but I do record it as of the 1st, because that is when it is for. So hot lunch we're gonna put on Saturday. And then let's see. Okay, so I decided, as I'm looking at our credit card bill, I'm just going to do it in all of the variable expenses, which is what I track here. And then I will move into sinking funds at, as we get into it. So next is going to be eating out. That's going to be in pink, and it looks like we had Dunkin', and that was $14. I do also typically get coffee for myself, but every once in a while the kids will want to have wake up wraps or something like that. And so anytime I am purchasing for someone other than just myself, it's a couple of us, it's included in our eating out. So we have Dunkin' there. I also did have a whole filming day, and so I ordered Uber Eats, which is something that we really do not do very often. So the total for that was $18.44. Okay, constant interruptions today, but regardless. Okay, then we decided to have the girls go to try a new Dairy Queen option. It's the cookie crunch or something. I saw it in a few different places. So anyway, we tried that at Dairy Queen, and that total was $13.76. A lot of stuff. I should mention too, this weekend was kind of a weird weekend because Macy was pretty sick and Mila was getting over a cold, so just kind of an odd time in general, but it is what it is. And then on the 2nd, we had a household item at Walmart. So that's gonna be in this yellow. Macy and I went ahead and grabbed tissues because we were all out. So we got a big pack of tissues for $7.35. This was definitely an odd weekend, like I said, because a couple of us were sick, but also we really didn't have a ton of groceries either. So it's always a recipe for disaster when that happens because I feel like we tend to eat out a lot more than normal. Again, Dunkin', I think I got myself coffee and got Macy something. She did not go to church this day because she was not feeling well still, so that was $9 total. I think we are all out of eggs and our like normal fruit that we have for breakfast, so again, it is what it is. And then I took Macy to Claire's. She needed some new earrings and things like that, so the total for that was $23.90. I'm taking that out of household just because it's one of those things where normally I would probably use our sinking funds for clothes for that, but for the time being, we do not have sinking funds for clothes. So we are just going to incorporate some of those miscellaneous things that normally would be incorporated in our sinking funds into other areas. Plus, I know that we're in good shape when it comes to household items. There's nothing big or super expensive that's coming up that we need this month. So we have a little bit of wiggle room there. And then for groceries, so Jason went to Aldi just to get some of the basics, and that was $78.47. I should not say basics. We did end up having like steak for dinner that night, so it was a little bit more expensive because we did get steak and stuff like that, but that was that, Aldi. Then we filled up on the RAV4, and that total was $38.57, and that was on Monday. And then we normally go to McDonald's on Monday nights, but we decided to try to do Burger King instead just to mix it up. And the total there was $20.29. I think we were able to use a bunch of Jason's rewards that he has. I think I've mentioned this, we don't really go out to eat like at like sit down restaurants with the kids because it's just pretty expensive to do that. So what we typically do is like every once in a while, like especially on Mondays because we have tumbling with the girls, and then Jason and I will go to Planet Fitness and work out, we will grab some type of fast food, and that's kind of like the girls look forward to it, whatever. But when we're low on food, then eating out becomes more of a thing on the weekends and other dates, and I really don't like that. I'd rather just eat at home. So that's one thing that we have to work on. I was even thinking tonight we're getting pretty low on food. Like we have no sourdough bread that we like normally have from Aldi, and like there's just some things that we're running a little bit low on, and so we may make like a really quick trip tonight just to like get that before the weekend hits. Okay, then we have a bunch of grocery items. So we have a butcher shop by us called Johnny G's, and Jason likes to get our pasta sauce from there. It's like an Italian deli, so that was $18.56. I'm assuming he got other things or like multiple cans of it, but regardless, that was that. Then we had Aldi again, and that was $91.83. And then Woodman's was $78.33. So lots of grocery items, and that was on the 4th. That's usually when we do our grocery shopping. It's on Tuesdays. So we can go ahead and put these guys in. Okay, and then we did end up taking the girls to get books at Half Price Books. It's not something that we do a ton with them, but I do want to just get the girls more into reading. And I think the way that we're going to do that is by just having like chapter books that we read with them like every single night. So like, you know, Macy and Mimi have a lot of different books, but nothing is like, you know, we read every single night. And so I started Nancy Drew with Macy, and I think that's something that we're gonna continue doing. And we'll just continue to read it and go through all the different books. I know there's a ton of them, but I just figured if we read, you know, 30 minutes a night, and it's the same book, just, you know, keep working our way through the whole series, that would be a fun thing. And it's an easy way to get like the reading requirements done. So we did end up picking up like a 4 set of Nancy Drew books and then a book for Mila. And I think going forward, maybe we won't necessarily buy all the books. Maybe we'll go to the library and check out books, but I wanted to get them excited about this new change to what we were gonna do, because it is something a little bit different, and I really want to make this a new habit that we do with them. Okay, so other household items. Jason went to Menards. I think he got like an air filter for our house, and that was $12.93. And then from Amazon, I actually picked up a new water filter for our fridge, and that was $53.85. So those are 2 larger expenses for household. And like I said, I know we don't have a ton of stuff that we're gonna need to get for household, so that's why I was okay with us, you know, getting some stuff from Claire's and then picking up some of those filters, because I know next month we're definitely gonna have to get like toilet paper and things like that. And then gas for the Prius, I just recently filled up one day, and that was $23.22. I get pretty lucky where I don't have to fill up a lot of times. Like Jason will do it when he's running errands or whatever, but every once in a while I have to do it, and I really dislike having to do it, especially when you're like on the go and you're like, crap, I need to fill up on gas. Not very fun. Okay, so I'm gonna put the rest of those stickers back behind in this little handy dandy folder. And those are all of my variable expenses. So fixed expenses are just gonna be the same exact every single month. So what I write down here is what they will be. I do check as bills come through and just make sure that what I wrote down is what came through. But for variable expenses, obviously it varies depending on how much we spend in certain categories. So I do like to track it here, and then I will use this to do my weekly check-in. So I'm gonna film that video after this video, and what I do is I kind of have an idea of when weeks will end. Like I really wanna make sure that I always get our groceries in there, because that's a big thing that I keep track of, just to make sure we're on, you know, we're where we need to be. But these little boxes I check off so that as I'm doing my weekly check-ins, I know where I ended. So obviously in this situation, I stopped tracking as of Thursday, but let's say like I was filming this on Thursday, but before I spent more money, then I would be like, oh, where did I leave off? Did I record this? Did I not? And just seeing what was checked off will help me in that way. So those are variable expenses. Now we're gonna go over to our transaction log. That is where I track anything for sinking funds. So we are really cutting back on sinking funds, but there are some items that we still have to pay for, so I'm just gonna go ahead and track those. And And the big thing for sinking funds this month is we're actually going for a ski trip. And so that is going to be like the main bulk of where a lot of our sinking fund money is going. So our tumbling also gets paid a little bit early, but I do record it in the month that we're actually using it for. So $178 is for tumbling, and that comes out of activities. This is for both the girls. And then we did use some entertainment and vacation money for a movie recently. So on the 1st, I ended up having like a filming day. So Jason and the girls went to go see Paddington, Paddington in Peru. So that was $22.80 for the movie. And then they did get snacks. So I'm gonna put entertainment. And I like to just track the movie and the snacks separate because they are separate transactions on our credit card, but definitely do what works best for you. If you like to group them, that's totally fine. I feel like the movie snacks are definitely more of an optional thing, and we don't always do it, but sometimes we will. And it was kind of like a fun thing for them. They got to go because I needed to get some filming done. Our membership for Planet Fitness came out. That also comes out of activities just because we do the Planet Fitness mostly when the girls are at tumbling. So it's something where like we have I think it's called the Black Card membership, where like I pay for me and then Jason gets to come with me at any time that he wants to come, which is kind of cool. So we do that, and then I also go sometimes like on random nights or on Saturdays. I almost always go on Saturdays. And then the only other thing was on the 3rd, our Costco membership came due, and I was wondering when this was going to like come out because I feel like it was just around that time. So it was $65 membership. And I think going forward, so I think when I originally did this, I was putting in another $5. I don't think I knew exactly how much it was going to cost, but I'm actually gonna cross this out and we're gonna do 0 for that. And we're just gonna do -65 because I think this is one of those things where like, if I want to continue doing a sinking fund for it, then like I'll pick up at some point. But since we're not really doing a lot of the other ones, I feel like we can swing $65 in a month. Like that's not that big. It's not gonna make a huge dent in our budget if we have to pay $65. So anyway, I'm taking that out from there. I know that I am being very courageous and writing in pen in my planner. The thing that I like, and I like to keep in mind with budgeting, especially with budgeting in a planner, is this is supposed to be functional for me. And if I am worried about it being perfect and worried about like marking things out and rewriting things, then it's probably not the best solution for me. You can definitely do pencil. I personally just like the way that the pens look a little bit better. So I've just made peace with the fact that like every once in a while I'm gonna be crossing things out, and as long as the information is correct and as long as I'm happy with it, I'm okay. So anyway, that is all of the transactions that we've had so far in the month. I'm going to stop this video here and go ahead and do my weekly check-in, but I just wanted to pop in, show you guys my process for this. I know every once in a while I'll get someone new who you know, has questions about budgeting and all of that, so I just figured I would show the process again. Anyway, keep an eye out for the next video where I do my weekly check-in for March, and let me know how you guys are doing. Have you tracked all of your expenses? I try and do it like on a daily or every 2-day basis, but as you can see, we are all the way at the 6th and I did not track expenses as of that point. So luckily it's not too bad, but hang in there. I know it's a process, and sometimes when you get behind it feels a little bit overwhelming, but you can do it, you can catch up, and that's all that matters. But anyway, that is it for me today. I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking.